Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing some Joker Halloween makeup. So the movie came out about a year ago, but last year I decided to be a skeleton, so I didn't dress up as Joker, but I love the movie so much I was like, I might as well dress up this year as Joker. So, you know, just in case someone else wants to know how to do the makeup, I thought I'd make a video showing you guys. I'm just going to be using some simple like Halloween makeup, nothing too fancy. So I have this, it's just like the white face paint pretty much. Ooh. And then I have these watercolor face paint. And I love watercolor face paint because it looks matte once it's dry. And it's just, the colors are so vibrant and nice. So you could probably find these on Amazon. I just got these at a regular like drugstore. Something I learned last year when I was a skeleton was that the cream face paint is really oily. So if you have oily skin, like it's gonna literally smear off by the end of the night on Halloween. So we'll just get like white face powder or something and then put it on top of the white face paint, so just so it doesn't stay oily and like greasy, because honestly nobody wants that on their face. Like, yeah, just put like a type of powder on top. Unless you're using a different type of paint, then I wouldn't worry about it, but if it's like a cream based thing, then yeah, I'd put a powder on top. That's all I'm using. I have some brushes, of course, just to so I can do the different, you know, shapes for the eyebrows and the mouth and stuff. Other than that, this is really a simple look. You don't need too much. And I hope you guys enjoy watching. Let's get started. Hello! If you can tell, I'm filming through my mirror, so this is like, hello! I'm inside of the mirror. Does that make sense? And also, I'm sorry, it's starting to get late earlier now, so it's already dark outside, so that's why the lighting's really bad, but I'm sorry. So I'm gonna have to take off my glasses so I can really barely see anything. That's okay. Oh yeah, so I'm using this sponge. It's like one of these, you use it once and then you throw it away. You can get these like literally anywhere. It's just easier than using your hands, I feel. I could just talk about some of my favorite Halloween shows. So recently I just started watching The Haunting of Bly Manor, and The Haunting of Hill House was like from the same director and actors and stuff. It came out in 2018, and that show, The Haunting of Hill House, what I'm talking about now, was amazing. It's like, it was scary. The characters were so like in detail, and I mean the season was only 10 episodes, and the fact that you felt like you knew these people was really amazing. It was like very well written, and the show, it actually scared me. You know, there's like some shows that are like, oh, horror, but then they're not really scary. But The Haunting of Hill House actually scared me. It took me about a week to watch, which is average for me, and it was just so good. And I was really, like, I felt like the ending of that show, like, I really recommend you watch it. Like, the ending, the ending was just amazing. Like, all the stories came together, and it was just such a peaceful ending. And then, obviously I was upset because in any show, there's always the main characters that do die, and you know, you're sad. So, as you can see, I think we got most of it now. If it's probably a bit patchy, I honestly can't tell. Hi, sisters! Now, if you have darker eyebrows like I do, just try and cover them up a little. Like, you don't really have to do that much, but you just don't really want them to stick out because there's going to be the greenish blue stuff on top, so just try and cover them up a little. Okay, so now I'm gonna get this powder because you can already tell it's only been on for like 10 minutes. Or, yeah, like 10 minutes, and it's already getting oily. So I just get like a powder, and then just, you don't really want it to get all oily. Definitely do your nose, because everyone's everyone's nose is oily, so you just don't want it to get all greasy. So what I was saying about The Haunting of Hill House, so there's like a second version, which not exactly, but it's from the same producers and directors and has some of the same actors. It just came out. It's called The Haunting of Bly Manor, and I'm only halfway through the season, and it's really good. Like, I've already gotten scared a bunch of times. Like today I just watched an episode, and I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say I was eating cereal, and then all of a sudden it was like boom, you know, and then, you know, because she like turned around and then it was like right there, and I was just like, ah, and luckily I didn't spill any of the cereal, but it was still, I was so stressed because I was like scared, but then I was like trying not to spill the food. It was funny. But like, if you want to watch something like that during Halloween season, The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor, they're not connected, but they have the same actors and stuff, but the stories aren't really, they don't come together. Those are two things I'd recommend. Now we just have to, depending on what you're using, just get some water for your water paints if that's what you're going to be using. For this look, you're just going to need blue, maybe mix it with green, and then you also need a red, and that's pretty much it. Okay, I am back. So, I got some water, so I think I'm going to do the eyes first. So I'm going to mix the green with the blue. Okay, so his little triangle things, they start just at the eyebrow and then go over like that. So they're not starting down here, they're starting like right about here, and then they go to here. The thing is, with him, he has a really big forehead. No offense to Joaquin Phoenix, great person, amazing actor.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique.
But he has a big forehead. I'm gonna have to space it out a bit differently because if if the blue triangle ends right here, then that means my eyebrows will be all the way up here. So obviously that doesn't look right. I'm gonna have to have it end right here and start a bit lower. I'm just putting a little water on the brush like that, and then I take a little of the blue and just mix it like that. That seems like the right color, if you can tell. With him, it's not very precise because you have to think it's just a sad dude, well, more or less a crazy person that is invited to a TV show, and he kind of wants to go as this new person. He's like, introduce me as Joker. Like, I'm not Arthur Fleck anymore. So he's obviously not a makeup artist. This is just his new persona. So it doesn't need to be that precise. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this is just a dude that's trying to change his look, but he doesn't really know what he's doing. Goes up, and then the inner corner goes more down. So now the other side I notice is a bit more structured. So okay, so what I noticed is with him, you can tell like makeup he used was kind of dripping or whatever, and he wasn't very neat with it, so it's like kind of all over his eye. Not necessarily like in a pattern, it's just you'll see parts where it's like it kind of dripped down or whatever. So I'm gonna put like a little right there, and then maybe some like right here. And that's just kind of like how it looked on him. It was just kind of like everywhere. Okay, so now to do the bottom. So unlike the top, the bottom ones come straight from the eyelids, so they go down. And the bottom ones go down a bit further too. They're not as smushed. So on the other side, it isn't directly from the eyelid, it's a bit further down. And remember to keep on mixing the blue with the green depending on what color you're using, so it creates this like turquoise color. Okay, so we're pretty much done with the eyes. Honestly, it looks kind of cool. Next, we're going to be using just red pretty much. On the nose, if you look at the pictures, it is a bit lighter on the nose. I don't know if that's just because of the lighting or if they actually used a different color. I guess I'll just be accurate and use a little bit of a lighter color on the nose. Okay, so the mouth is very dramatic and very large. This side on his mouth, or actually mirrored, this side is bigger than this side of the mouth, so it's kind of like a crooked smile, like, you know, like that. This side goes all the way out to his cheekbone, but further out, so like right here. Okay, so just go out to your cheekbone. The other side is kind of like where your smile is, like this. So just put some dots so you know like where to outline. And then he slightly overlines the lips, not too much. Okay, so this side, you can tell this one's a bit rounded, but on this side it's a real nice like point. So it's kind of also like a curve. Done. On this side, his eyebrow is really close, but on this side, it's higher up and tilted. So there is a difference between the eyebrows because eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So his eyebrows kind of look like commas, or like, yeah, like sideways commas or quotation marks. There was a substitute teacher at my school, and she had eyebrows kind of like Joker, but it was her regular eyebrows. And so my friends, they'd always call her Miss Quotation Marks. It was true though, like I'm sorry, but why were her eyebrows shaped like this? I don't understand. So this is what the eyebrows look like, the mouth. So far, I actually like this. Like, I would literally walk around like this. Maybe I wouldn't, that's kind of weird, but I really like the way it looks. If you put more water on the brush while doing this side, because you can tell on this side, like, it's more like he cried and then it like pulled it down even more. That's kind of what this side is supposed to look like. This side, you can tell is like on purpose, but then this one's kind of more like he cried and then the paint kind of flowed down, so, yeah. Okay, so last but not least is the nose. So the nose is, you know, kind of like those, you know how they put those like circular things on their nose and go like, squeak, squeak, you know, it's kind of like that, but it's painted on, so. So it kind of goes up. Okay, so it's kind of like that. And then I told you guys earlier, the nose to me, it looks a bit lighter than the other red parts. So I'm going to use like a mixture of orange and red. So I'm just mixing it. I just make this side and then. So now you're just going to want to fill it in. So that's pretty much the whole look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you guys have a good spooky season and just have a good Halloween, even though with coronavirus. I guess I'll just do a montage real quick to show you guys the full look. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.